Hello and welcome back. I am Holland Morgan, also known as Cosmo Dad, and today I am here with another dryer review. Less of a review and more of putting it through its paces, comparing it to the newer technology dryers with the smaller, quieter motors. Newer dryers have lighter, faster motors. This technology that's just come out in the last couple of years, starting with Dyson. Today I'm going to do the Elchim Anemos. Anemos? Anemos. It means wind. If you haven't seen it yet, please go check out Hair Dice episode 1. It's a longer episode, but if you want to see hairstylists goofing off, nerding out about hair, having fun, we've got everything. We have trivia, we have story time, we have live formulation, and everybody comparing their color formulas. So Hair Dice episode 1, go check that out after this video. Like and share that video. Like and share this video. Subscribe. It really helps me. It really helps the channel. It really helps the future projects that we've got coming up. Back to the Anemos. This dryer claims to be the lightest dryer I've ever seen. It claims to be very powerful. It also claims to be the quietest dryer I've ever seen. In these videos, I test the wind speed, the wind temperature, the weight of the dryer, its negative ionic output, as well as the decibels, the approximate decibels that it reads. The quietest dryer I've found so far is the one I'm currently using in the salon, the Chi Lava Pro. At 577 grams, it's very light. At 70, as low as 77 decibels, it's the only dryer I've ever used that's under 80 decibels. This dryer claims to come in at 69 decibels. Often decibels aren't just a measure of sound, but the distance away from the sound as well. So I'm really curious how this is going to do. It also claims to be 290 grams. That is almost half the weight of the lightest dryer I've ever felt. So these are really extraordinary claims. I'm really excited about this. As a famous skeptic once said, extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof, or something like that. Very slick. It's pretty light, but I suspect that the 290 grams is without the cable. And I like to weigh these with the cable because that's part of the weight of the dryer. Very bare bones. These are extra filters. I think they have to do with the noise reduction as well. There's already one loaded in there. The nice new school metal screen with holes in it rather than basically a glorified window screen like many of us are used to. As well as 2 concentrator nozzles that are really similar, but not the same. So I do have one turbo nozzle, a little more concentrated than the other one. I was really surprised to find in my review of the Instagram dryer that the nozzles reduce the airflow. So hopefully that won't be the case here. Very small circuit breaker on the back. And it doesn't seem to be a wattage rating on this. Somebody was asking, I had a viewer ask me to check this dryer out and was also asked about wattage of the previous dryer, which I put in the comments. I'm not finding anything on a wattage rating. This is interesting. Not your typical barrel of a blow dryer. It's like, interesting. So first test, let's test this weight. 551 grams. So I don't know where they got this 290 gram number from. This is lighter than the Chi. This is the lightest dryer I've seen so far. However, the claim of 290, I think, only includes this part and doesn't include the cord, which weighs nearly as much as this, not 290 grams. Looks like a nice long professional length cable. My wingspan's going to be about 6 feet. And we still have another good amount, so probably about a 9-foot cable or so. So I'm going to start with this on high, and then we'll test it on low as well. 69 decibels. This is the distance it takes. If I'm right up close to my meter, it's right at 80 to 81 decibels. And I have to hold it this far away and even point it away a little to get it down to 69. Let's test it on low. On low, it gets down as low as 77 decibels, right here close to my reader. The reason this is important is because, especially if you're using a blow dryer at home, but for the most part, when you're using a blow dryer, it is right here close to your ears. The furthest it ever gets away from your ears is maybe if you've got long hair and you're down here. Rarely is someone using a blow dryer out this far. So in the general vicinity of the head, just a couple inches away, it's right on par with some of the quietest dryers I've seen, between 77 and 80 decibels. High performance, absolutely. But so far, the claims that they're making that it's 290 grams or below 69 decibels, in the practical sense, I feel like they fudge the numbers. But don't get me wrong, those are still really good performances. Feels powerful. Let's test our speed. About 27 miles an hour. Now this dryer is acting like you'd expect a dryer to act. When I put the turbo nozzle on, it concentrates the air, but it doesn't overwhelm the motor. And I got a reading of 30 miles an hour. So nice high performance, 30-mile-an-hour wind with the narrowest concentrator. That's what I would expect out of a really good professional blow dryer. Let's test our Ionic output. I'm getting maximum Ionic output, both hot and cold. That's good. At its peak, this dryer is pulling 1200 watts, which you can get 2000 watt dryers that don't do half as well. Let's test this temperature. It has 3 heat settings. Let's test the hottest and the cold as well. Very hot, a peak of 224 degrees Fahrenheit. Very good. Now the cool shot actually feels cold. The cool shot of 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Not too bad. It's not the best I've seen. I'd like to see a cool shot get maybe down to 90 or so. It did feel notably cooler, especially considering that it went up to over 220 degrees, which is very hot. All in all, this feels like this is a dryer that will perform really, really well. It is extremely light. It is very quiet. I think that this dryer could perform well to anyone's standards. Honestly, the only thing I can say bad about this dryer is that it makes some very misleading claims on the box. It claims to be quieter than it is. It claims to be lighter than it is. Is it quiet? Yes. Is it light? Yes. I don't see why they had to exaggerate so much. To be fair, it's all about marketing, and it's kind of a small gripe. But honestly, this is a great dryer. I can tell it would dry hair well. Comes in at a pretty hefty price tag. The company seems to have a good warranty, a good guarantee. I would absolutely use this one. Let me know in the comments what other dryers you'd like to see me do, and what other videos you'd like to see. Got a lot coming up. Thanks for hanging out with me. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you next time.